Samuel Sanchez and his family are shaken up.
I was going to be there 2 minutes, but that 2 minutes ended up being very scary.
His SUV was stolen with his 7-year-old daughter Melina asleep inside.
We were actually walking out of the door when the truck took off.
Late last night, after a soccer game, he came to his mom's house to pick up his twins.
The plan is not to leave my children in the car for long amounts of time. It was, like I said, it was literally 2 minutes.
But Sanchez says as they walked back out to the car, something terrifying happened. 2 men jumped in the front and sped off. Melina still asleep in the back.
My mom's keys happened to be right next to the door, so I jumped in her car and pursued them.
Sanchez says the men reached speeds of up to 100 miles per hour trying to get away, and he, along with police, chased after them until they finally pulled over on Southwest 41st and turned themselves in. Melina was unharmed and given this badge by police for her bravery.
My little delay in taking my kid out might have cost her life last night. That's what mostly eats at me.
Now, both of those suspects are now facing multiple charges, including kidnapping. Reporting near Southwest 44th and Douglas, Jonathan Cooper, KOCO 5 News. Paul and Jess, back to you.
Wow, that is so scary. I'm glad she's okay.
For sure.
A woman shot and killed during a home invasion overnight in Del City.
Police say this all started when 2 armed men forced their way inside the house. This was near Southeast 44th and Bryant. Now they've been identified as brothers Darius and Sharon Jackson. Both were shot by a man inside the home. The suspects were later arrested. A woman inside that house did die after she was shot. Now police are looking for the man who shot the suspects. He ran off before police got there.
Number one, he was involved in the shooting. He was the one that shot back. He's a convicted felon, number 2, and he took the weapon with him, so we need to recover the weapon, and also we need to hear his side of the story.
Police have not released the name of the woman who died.
I'm sick and tired of all you.
This Snapchat video has many parents on edge. A teenager saying he'll shoot, quote, everyone who has a problem. Several of you contacted us worried that he was making threats to Perkins Tryon High School. KOCO's Mecca Rain started investigating.
Yeah, Paul and Jess, the Perkins police chief is here right now, and he's assured me that they've got officers here patrolling the school as well as the other schools.
It's now been viewed hundreds of times. A teen who we aren't naming with a message riddled with derogatory terms and violence. In fact, it's hard to even show it because of that.
I'm sick and tired of all you.
Parents say what's even more alarming is the gun in his snap. Some parents decided to take extra precautions by keeping their kids home as soon as they found out.
We have an increased police presence.
My daughter wasn't going to be at school again today, and it was an excused absence.
This mother, who doesn't want us to show her face, says her daughter was scared.
So she wasn't comfortable going to school either.
For those who did, extra security was front and center.
We always have a school resource officer, but we've ramped that up by 3 extra officers. And we also have the Payne County Sheriff's Office. Sheriff Hoff has agreed to assist.
The teen in the video was taken into custody and then released. We're told he's now back in custody.
We did an affidavit for terroristic threats.
We did call the DA. We're told by law they're not allowed to release any information on juvenile cases. In Perkins, Mecca Rain, KOCO 5 News.
The winds died down today, right, compared to yesterday, but we're still at that 32-degree mark. I bet your heater was on full blast on the way home tonight, right? Here's Chief Meteorologist Damon Lane. Damon, what can we expect tonight?
Well, I know now you're asking about, if you get the cold, we'll give us a little bit of snow. And we do have snow now coming in, very light. A few flurries making their way out of Kansas, out across northwestern Oklahoma for tonight. Few passing flurries. Threat for any type of slick roads is pretty much nil. So we have the cold, a little bit of light snow, but you're right, Paul. Those winds yesterday, they were incredibly strong. Now they've come down, but you don't need strong winds even this time of the year to really get some dangerous wind chills. Right now, it feels like 21 degrees here in Oklahoma City. Dress for that as you're headed out on this Friday night here with wind chills across the metro in the lower 20s, upper teens already in Tuttle and Minco, and wind chills right now in Ponca City, Enid, Alva, Stillwater, pushing around 15 to 17 degrees. This is cold. It gets even colder tomorrow. What you're waking up to as you head out the door. Coming up, back to you.
Oh boy. All right, Damon, thank you. Employees at a Norman business returned to work today after a shooting on Wednesday.
We're talking about Burgee Wind Power. It's near Flood Creek and Flood. The suspect, William Adams, was booked into jail this afternoon. He was taken to the hospital after that shooting. Now, police do say he went to Berge Wind Power, which is where his wife works. A witness was shot in the arm when she tried to intervene. Another witness grabbed Adam's gun and shot him. Employees who weren't ready to return to work today were given a day off, paid.
Everyone takes this sort of horrific event a little bit differently, and we want to give everybody a chance to deal with it in the best way that they know how.
The woman who was shot is still in the hospital tonight.
A 5-year-old walked out of his daycare yesterday unnoticed, and tonight DHS is investigating. This is at Child Care Network near Northwest 85th and Council. We're told the child was outside for 3 minutes or less. The teacher who was supposed to be supervising this little boy was fired. Oklahoma City firefighters encountered a frozen fire hydrant today. This was near Northwest 36 and Meridian. They had to quickly locate another hydrant that wasn't frozen. As for the fire, we're told that there were some plumbers doing work in one of the walls, which is where that fire started. There was thick smoke when firefighters first showed up to the scene. You can see it here in this picture. We don't know exactly what sparked the fire at this point, but no one was hurt.
More financial mismanagement problems at the state health department being uncovered. You know, it's estimated that $30 million was misused. Well, today, the current CFO testified about the money problems that he saw within the agency. KOCO's Crystal Price has what he had to say.
OSDH agency is insolvent and can barely make its bi-weekly agency payroll.
Mike Romero, the CFO for the Oklahoma Health Department, says he started there in April. And he says it didn't take long for him to start noticing problems. For instance, the department's payroll wasn't getting posted.
It's the thing, I'm a little confused, and I think we have some problems. I think we need to do something about our financial reporting.
He also testified that financial reporting appeared to be limited, and they were taking money out of the Ryan White Fund to make payroll. He says he sent an email to executive leadership back in June, claiming the industry was in financial peril. He said they did create an incident command structure to fix the problem, but he said the truth never came out, as it became clear many people were afraid to report these problems out of fear of losing their jobs.
The whole thing from beginning to end reminded me of various oppressive totalitarian regimes in other parts of the world. No, I was outraged and livid about this.
And Representative Cockcroft says they will be having follow-up meetings in the near future. Reporting live at the Capitol, Crystal Price, KOCO 5 News. Paul and Jess, back to you.
Thank you, Crystal. Oklahoma's lottery putting more money into public education. The change that's credited with the extra revenue.
And more people are flocking to the cryptocurrency called Bitcoin. We'll tell you which local county is considering the addition of Bitcoin just so you can pay your bills.
Live, local, late breaking. This is KOCO 5 News at 6 with Jessica Shambach, Abigail Ogle, and Chief Meteorologist Damon Lane.
Welcome back. It's been 6 months since the Oklahoma Lottery had its official relaunch.
And tonight we know it's been pretty successful. In fact, the goal was to boost the lottery sales and ultimately send more money to Oklahoma's public education system. Total sales up about 40% since July of last year. The relaunch included some new games and cash prizes. $50 million is guaranteed annually for public education.
Noble police taking drugs off the streets. They searched a home near 8th and Etowah after getting a tip. Inside, an active illegal mushroom grow. Officers say they also found some marijuana and drug paraphernalia. One person arrested. He has not been charged, so we are not naming him. President Trump under fire for recent comments about immigrants from certain countries. Now, we asked Senator James Lankford what he thinks about this controversy.
And winter is certainly back again, and I know you can certainly feel it as you go outside. Just how long you're going to have to wait before temperatures warm back up to near 60 degrees.
And Glenn Spencer is out as defensive coordinator, so who will Mike Gundy hire? We have some of the top candidates for you. Plus, Baker Mayfield teaming up with John Elway? Details next on KOCO 5 Sports.
Senator James Lankford spoke to students at Mid-America Christian University in Oklahoma City today.
One of the hot topics, President Trump's comments about immigrants from certain countries. Some lawmakers say that he said, quote, "Why are we having all these people from expletive countries come here?" Now, we asked Senator Lankford about the president's comments. Here's what he said.
Disappointed, obviously. It's exceptionally important as leaders of the nation and of the United States, the most powerful nation in the world, that we articulate to the world an acceptance and a receiving. We're not going to agree with every nation. We're not going to do every nation, but we can honor people in every nation. I think it's exceptionally important.
To be able to shut down
President Trump denies saying that. Now, we also asked Lankford about immigration reform. He does not think there will be a deal by next week.
A meth bust in Enid being called the largest in the department's history. Officers actually found nearly 10 pounds of meth while serving a search warrant in a motel room. The street value of this, listen to this, $450,000 for 10 pounds. Police arrested Obaldo Espinoza Jr. Officers say he also had a handgun, 2 bags of marijuana, and more than $9,000 in cash. Buying into Bitcoin, we told you Thursday how Oklahomans are getting invested.
Well, now, first on 5, the Oklahoma County Clerk tells us that they're looking into buying a Bitcoin ATM and accepting the cryptocurrency at the clerk's office.
Months away, not weeks away, but we've already started the talks about it. We're asking for some contracts. We've actually, that comes into, you know, what do you do with the increase of the value? That's part of the situation, which isn't a bad problem, but Oklahoma County, we want to be, you know, we want to work harder and not work smarter and not harder.
The county clerk says they'll need the approval of the county commissioners before moving ahead with the purchase.
Now, your first alert forecast, certified most accurate.
Watching some light snow moving out of Kansas right now, headed into northwestern Oklahoma. No threat at all for travel tonight, but we will see a few flurries this evening from Woodward as you go up towards Buffalo, out towards Beaver. As we watch the snow continue to move down to the south, it will weaken. Don't look for any snow flurries at all across Oklahoma City. But what you will find right now, it is cold. We only got up to freezing today. Now the sun is setting, which, by the way, can you tell that the days are getting a little bit longer now? Here we are looking out across the skies at about 6:17, and still a little bit of light out there, but it does feel pretty cold. 12-mile-an-hour wind feels like 21 degrees. This is what you need to dress for as you're headed out on this very busy Friday night. 21 is what it feels like in Edmond. Feels like 19 right now in El Reno, 18 in Hinton. Feels even colder in northern Oklahoma. 16-degree wind chill right now in Enid. 14, that is cold in Ponca City. So these cold wind chills remain even early tomorrow morning. 8:30, it's going to feel like 1 degree. 1 degree above zero in Ponca City. That is big time cold. Feels like 2 in Woodward, 3 in Enid. This is what you're dealing with tomorrow morning, and throughout the entire day, it will remain cold, just like today. Yes, today we only got to 32 degrees, and tomorrow we're only at 25 by noon. We have a ton of sunshine, but we do not have warmth at all. Only up to 32 at 5 o'clock. Please, please bring in your pets during the overnight. We're going to be dealing with this cold really for the rest of the week, and we're talking about next week too. So highs tomorrow, these are not lows, these are high temperatures. Goes to show you just how cold it is. We told you winter was here. It is definitely sticking around for a while. 28 for a high only in Enid, 28 in Ponca City, not even getting up to the freezing mark in Woodward and in Alva. So let's talk more about this extreme cold that we have rolling in, because while it is cold today, we do get a spike in temps for Sunday, but then we're back to watching these temperatures tumble. Tuesday, only 27 degrees. So today we're only at 32, tomorrow only at 32. It gets even colder as we go into next week. Now, with this cold coming in, we do see the chance for another round of light freezing drizzle coming in. This is mainly Monday night for Oklahoma City, Stillwater, Perry, Enid, up towards Ponca City here. Then as we go into, not this weekend, late next weekend, we get the chance for rain changing over to snow. So we do have the cold. Now we have the winter weather moving in with it. So next Sunday, we're talking about almost 9 days from now, rain changing over to snow for Oklahoma City, Enid, Stillwater, Woodward, up to Ponca City. But while we do have that coming in here, there's some warmth. It's a little bit of warmth coming in, but we will take it because we're talking about highs next weekend before that snow chance, managing to get up about 55 to 60 degrees. But this is next weekend. That means you have to wait 1 week before we get temperatures back near 60 degrees. This cold is sticking around. So look at these morning lows. While our highs are cold, our morning lows are very cold. 10 degrees Tuesday morning. 10 degrees for low temperature Wednesday morning. Those bus stops next week are going to be just brutal. Even as we go into the second half of next week here, notice how we still keep some very cold morning low temperatures with, again, that milder air sliding in here, not until next weekend. And you're up to date with the latest First Alert forecast.
Now, KOCO 5 Sports with Carson Cunningham.
Mike Gundy makes a big move, firing Glenn Spencer as defensive coordinator. So who's next? Here's some of the top candidates. My number one candidate is Chad Glasgow. He's a defensive coordinator at TCU, pretty good place to look for defense, and he's an OSU alum. Plus, keep an eye on two internal candidates, Brian Van Gorder, longtime defensive coordinator, spent last year in Stillwater as a defensive analyst, and current D-line coach Joe Bob Clements, done a remarkable job coaching and recruiting that defensive line. Keep an eye out for those guys. As for Baker Mayfield, he is getting ready for the NFL draft out in Los Angeles. Before the Combine, though, he will play in the Senior Bowl, which allows NFL staffs to coach the top collegiate players. And get this, a top Senior Bowl executive says John Elway and the Broncos want Baker on their team during Senior Bowl week. They are coaching at the Senior Bowl, and the NFL legend is Denver's general manager. So he wants an up-close look at Baker all week at practice. The Broncos have the 5th pick in the NFL drafts. They're doing their homework. Be a nice landing spot for Baker. Pretty good team there in Denver. And this is really cool. News out of Norman. Drake Stoops, son of Bob, is one of the best players in the state of Oklahoma. The Norman North wide receiver has scholarship offers, but instead is deciding to stay home. He announces on Twitter that he is taking a preferred walk-on spot at Oklahoma. He says, "I've decided to stay home and go to school and play football at the University of Oklahoma. Hashtag dream chasing." He had scholarship offers, like I said, including from his dad's alma mater, Iowa. But he's staying in Norman, and I bet you he earns a scholarship before his career is over there. He's a really good player. And a huge weekend of college basketball starting tomorrow. Sooners hosting TCU in a top 25 matchup at noon. Cowboys host Texas at 4, and the Thunder also play at 4. So busy day of hoops tomorrow, guys. We'll see you at 10.
Okay, Carson, thank you. See you shortly. Serial mail fraud. The suspects arrested. I will tell you about the massive scheme. There we are. Hello. There is a massive scheme that even surprised police detectives. We'll see you when we come back.
And we also just want to remind you to nominate a teacher. KOCO and Quail Creek Bank want to help out teachers by getting $1,000. You just have to nominate them. Go to KOCO.com to enter. And each month we'll choose one teacher to receive that $1,000 for their project on DonorsChoose.org.